Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Jack Dorsey stepping down as CEO of Twitter, effective immediately. Boy, this is great. Not because he's stepping down. He has no oversight anyway. I think what he owns 8% of the stock now, 10%. He sold the rest. All I can say is, Jack, good for you. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do now? Fund some ridiculous Black Lives Matter or some progressive thing, or is he just gonna move somewhere in the country and raise bees for the rest of his life? Here's my response to Jack stepping down. Yeah. Let's read on. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey will officially step down from his role as CEO effective immediately. They didn't even do what's that word I'm looking for? A date, in the future. I've decided to leave Twitter because I believe this company is ready to move on from its founders. Yeah, they've all moved past you, Jack. At the beginning, Twitter has always been a crap hole. I mean, a crap storm. Always has. But now that you've hired thousands and thousands and thousands of progressive morons and zombies, you've driven the company to the ground. Yeah, you cashed out. You got your money a while back. I mean, I'll give him that. He built the company up. I'll give him that. I mean, it's, it is what it is. Dorsey co-founded Twitter with Evan Williams, Biz Stone, and Noah Glass back in 2006 and served as CEO until 2008. He later returned to the CEO role in 2015 after former CEO Dick Costolo stepped down. He has a net worth of approximately $11.9 billion according to real-time tracking by Forbes. That's amazing. 2006, here we are 15 years later. Almost $12 billion. And they tell me that the United States is not the land of opportunity. You're out of your mind. The news first reported by CNBC caused shares to be halted during Monday's trading session after surging approximately 10%. They actually surged after he stepped down. Oh, my gosh. That's funny. That's comical. In addition to leading the social media giant, Dorsey serves as CEO of Square, a financial payment company. His split duties have previously raised questions about his ability to suitably focus on issues facing Twitter. He has no control over it, even as the CEO. It's, like I said, it's the zombie progressives that they've hired over the years, all the mostly young, white, progressive liberals, whatever label you want to call them this week. They're the monsters. They're the ones that are driving the company in the ground. But, you cashed out. Now cash out the rest of your stock and get the hell out of there. Last year, billionaire investor Paul Singer's Elliott Management launched a bid to oust Dorsey from his role. However, Twitter's board committee overseeing the review later recommended to keep Dorsey in the role. I don't think it matters anymore. The board of directors have appointed Chief Technology Officer Parag Aral to serve as Dorsey's replacement. He's a real piece of work. I remember him. I've seen him. I think he was before a congressional committee. These guys are all screwed. My trust in Parag's Twitter CEO is deep. His work over the past 10 years has been transformable. Dorsey added, I'm deeply grateful for his skill, heart, and soul. It's his time to lead. Dorsey will remain a member of the board until his term expires at the 2022 meeting of stockholders. Why is this good news? Not because it's Dorsey. Not because it's Dorsey. Unbelievable. This is the beginning of the end. And they all see it. All these social media monsters that have, that, in my opinion, broke the law last year into barring certain stories. Hunter laptop story for one, barring them from social media knowing they were true and calling it fake. In other words, the laptop was stolen, which we know it wasn't. That was a lie. And that's the reason they used. And they have canceled and deleted tens of thousands of users. I'm on Twitter myself. I don't know for how much longer, but I do post videos on there once in a while just to get the word out. But this is the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end. What's next? Facebook, all the rest of them. They see the handwriting on the wall. The worm is finally turning. We're going to see how many Republicans, so-called Republicans, after they take over the House of Representatives next year, are being paid off by these schmoes to really, really put the pressure on them to be what they originally wanted to be and started to be. A platform for people to express their opinions and everything else in between, their artwork, their creativity, all of it. And that's what YouTube was. YouTube was the Wild West, and it was great. Yeah, you had to have some rules, children involved and PORN, and I get all that. That's fine. I mean, they're on the edge with PORN as it is. There's some videos on there that shocked me that they're even on, even with age restrictions. If you want to watch PORN, just go to the sites that have it. But I'm glad. I'm glad. Dorsey's always been a strange character anyway, and that's okay. Usually the strangest people are the most creative, and it takes conservative people to run companies, and that's the part that they screwed up. It takes creative people to come up with the ideas. It takes conservative people to run these companies from those ideas. We'll see what happens. I believe it's Section 230 of the Communications Law? That's the deal. And they see the pressure. The pressure is building, and I'm glad. I'm glad. Facebook is next, all the way down the line. And remember, you heard it here first. Within 5 years from now, remember, you heard it here. Within 5 years from now, Amazon is going to be in trouble. John, you must be stupid. What are you, nuts? They're huge. They're the biggest, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Look at the past. Look at history of retail sales, online and not. Sears and Roebuck, remember them? Just before the internet took off, they got rid of their catalog, which would have been perfect for the internet. They still would have been around. Kmart. The list is endless, but the one people forget, the one retail chain that was the biggest chain by number of stores in the United States, dwarfs the number of stores by Walmart now, which, by the way, someday will be in the toilet as well. This company had more stores than Walmart did now back in the 1950s and 40s. Can anybody guess? Pause the video if you want to guess, because I'll give you the answer now. And that answer is A&P. And they are down the toilet as well. Everything ends. Everything changes. Someday maybe Target will be the number one retail chain in the United States. But nothing lasts forever. Remember the old AT&T, the old long-distance phone company? They're in the toilet because their usefulness is gone. So I'm glad. I'm glad that finally the worm is turning. Jack, I wish you well. I just wish you well somewhere else. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.